Hey guys, what's going on? This is Duncan from Cyber Insider, or as you guys know me too as Pwnecast. Today we're going to be looking at another Syber Skool tutorial to actually teach you guys how to install and to remove graphics cards. Now usually what you guys want to end up doing is first checking out if the graphics card will work with your PC. Don't go out and buy a graphics card that does not work with your PC. Trust me, it will drive you insane. But also guys, make sure it has the right slots that you want. Sometimes people can get PCIe, sometimes people just get, the regular graphics card slot, which with most motherboards won't have them. Some older ones will. It varies depending on what PCs, but we're going to focus on more of a modern one so that way you don't have to worry so much. Anyway, after you check out which graphics card you guys need, what you then need to do is purchase your graphics card and then open up the top, or basically pop off the lid so you guys can actually get to it. So what I'll do is I'll take this one. Of course, we use this one for teaching demonstrations, that's why we keep using it. Anyway, so now that the PC is open, we can now look at everything, and I've always taught you guys, make sure that you destatize yourself by putting your hands on the sides of where the metal railing is. So after you do that, remove whatever's blocking or in the way of your graphics card. In this case, this is a special case where the graphics card is actually below some fans. So what you want to do is unscrew it. I've already pre-unscrewed everything in there, but you're going to unscrew everything right here. Remove this piece. Now, what you want to do is kind of look at where the graphics card is. So for this, you need to get over here, closer to me. So come on, let's get closer and start learning these things. So now, as you guys can see with the better view, that you can see that we have our fan, we have our CPU, the RAM, the motherboard, graphics card, and of course, the mother of all suppliers, the electrical supply. Yeah, the power supply, that thing. Anyway, as you guys can see, that we've opened it up and you can get a better look at this. But what you first want to do is touch the sides real quick. Again, like I said before, is you want to make sure that you destatic yourself so you don't fry anything. Now, as you can see, this graphics card has a little bit of a different kind of install. What you can see here is there's a ribbon attaching to where it would usually go on the slot of the motherboard. The reason why is it takes up less space. That way we can lay it flat and design you these beautiful things that we're selling you people. But besides that, I'm going to open it up and I'll show you where the slots are. Usually you'll see it mounted to the side of where your motherboard is. So first, let's take this thing and open it. First, what you guys want to do is kind of take this piece right back here. This is usually where it's mounted. You'll see screws in the back of your own tower or whatever unit you have. You want to take them out. So we're going to do that first. Just come over here, take the key. Wait. Hopefully that's the right way. Yep, I think that's the right way. One thing I always hate about doing these things is when you have to go through this stuff. Yeah, it's always a hassle. We're going to screw this. Might want to fast forward through this real quick. And voila. Now with those taken care of, we can move on to the next part of this. So next thing you want to do is now make sure that there's nothing else holding the graphics card in. All right. So now we got it out. Now you want to gently slide it because there's this little piece that it connects to right here that you need to slide it to the side. So you want to make sure that you slide it because your graphics card comes out of there where it's hooked, okay? So now after you do that, what you want to do next is actually take the graphics card, cut it out. Now be careful. Now, as you can see, we've hit a snag. The power supply is still in on this thing. So what we want to do is take our fingers and make sure you feel for the little nubs on it, because what happens is there's a nub on it that you actually want to pull out. I'm just going to move this a little bit. Give myself a little better room and leveraging in this. All right, there we go. Then what I want to do is take these out. Now, be careful when you do it. If you have to, wobble them back and forth. There we go. To get that one. You want to move to the next one. Kind of want to wobble that one. There we go. Got that one. Take that one. There we go. Now, like I said, you want to remove it from the motherboard. So as you can see right here, this piece, the connector, is going to be where your motherboard is connected to. I want to take that, slide that off, and voila. You've now taken out the graphics card, and there you go. Let's see. Ah, it looks good, right? Yeah. I wonder if I throw this somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'd really throw that. Anyway, so now as you can see that this itself is everything open for the new install for the new graphics card. Now, like I said, this is a special piece right here. This is a connector, but usually what happens is it will connect like anyone. So most of the cards will always sit sideways on the side right here. And you can actually get that and plug it into that slot. But since we're not doing that, we're doing a special design one, we're going with that one. All right. Now, we need the new graphics card. Of course, for this sake, we're using the old one. You're going to put into the slot. So you want to make sure that it connects. Again, like I said, you need to make sure that it fully connects. So when you make sure you fully connect it, you got to get in first to the right position. But before I do that, I'm going to actually apply its supply right here of power. That way you can actually, make sure it works. So I'm going to get this running in here. So give me a second as I plug these in. And this goes here. And then this goes here. Trying to get that in there. Come on now. Work for me. Work for me. There we go. You are being a pain in the butt. You may have the same issues with your guys' PCs. All right, there you go. Now you get it in there. Push down. Then get the last part in there. You got to put that in too. And boom. So now these are all plugged in secure. Make sure you hear the click in these, so that way you make sure the power is going to fully work to your graphics card. Because if you don't, you're not going to get any graphics. You're going to take it, I'm going to put it right back in here. Make sure it lines up to the spot that it needs to go to, okay? So for this sake, what I always suggest is take it, put it into the slots it's got to fit into. So you want to make sure that, again, it gets back into the position it should be in. So make sure there's no wires or anything in the way. Get it all put back in there. Let me get it back in there. Oh, we're having a little problem there with this. Gotta get that wire out of the way. Wires. PC builders, worst enemies. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so then we make sure that it sits snugly in here. Get it all the way in there. Come on. Come on. You know you want to go back to your home. Go back to your home. All right, so we get it back in there. We should put that out here. And then you're going to put this to the sides where it should be tucked away. Now, once you get that in there, what you're going to do next is, like I said, attach the graphics card to where the slot needs to go. So this piece is just going to click right in. It's going to fully flush and cover. When you do that, you should see the same thing in your own CPU or motherboard. And actually, sorry, I said CPU. I meant you should see it on your own motherboard with the connector right here, okay? So once you have the connector, it will plug right in. You'll hear it click. And once you do that, you next want to do is set it up. Get it right into the metal slots that it should be. So I'm making sure that it slides right in. There we go, right where it should be. And now it's flush to get the screws back in. Yeah, you don't want to see this. We'll just move on to the next part of the video. All right, so now that we've gotten the screws back in, we now have everything put back together. The graphics card is now sitting wonderfully, as you can see right here. Look at that, beautiful. Take it all in, take it all in, there you go. So anyway, so after that's done, we need to put back the other stuff. So since this had a fan on it, we're going to put the fan right back here. Now, again, like I said, make sure the wire management is correct. So that way you don't have a bunch of random wires hitting stuff, because trust me, when you boot up your PC and the fan isn't working or something goes wrong, it's always going to be something with the wire, because you did just mess with a bunch of wires that were crammed into a PC. So, now we're going to get this fed back down into here. Hold on. And bingo. There we go. So, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. There we go. And there you go. Shit. Oh, don't be a jerk. All right. So now everything's back in the PC. It's all set and ready to go. All you have to do is, again, like I usually say, is make sure that you power it on first without the case. Make sure everything runs fine, and when it does, power it back down, and then grab your case. And there we go. There you go, baby. You got some covering. Make sure it's on tight. Screw it. You're done. That's how simple it is to put in a graphics card, guys. If you liked the video, make sure that you like, share, comment, and tell everyone about us, because you want to come to school every day. It's like the best thing in life, and it's almost like I'm force-feeding myself words to tell you to go to school. It's horrible. No, I'm just kidding. So make sure that you guys come back for more Syber Skool, and, as I always say, have a good day.